Hello everybody and welcome back to another session of ballet. Today I've got two short sequences to teach you. The first is an adage section, so nice and slow, nice and controlled, really focusing on our posture. And the second is an allegro sequence, so nice quick footwork, working on all those intricacies there. You may need a chair with you just to help support you while we're practicing through with a bit of technique, so feel free to grab one to hand later on. But first, let's warm up. Alright then, feet in parallel, tuck in those hips under, engage those lower abdominals and just soften the knees. Take a breath with the arms, reaching up and float them back down, drawing that nice big circle. Good. Take some shoulder rolls with a little bend. One shoulder. Shoulders round. Round one side. Good. Reach those arms up. Look up at those hands. Folding forwards. Drop down. Release and come up. Let's take it against some rolls. One shoulder. And again, shoulder roll. Nice. Take both hands up. Down, back, other sides. Take it all the way down. Rolling up. Take demi-plie. Lift the heel, one, down. Small little bounce. All the way over. Good. Rising up. Open the arms. Lower. Open out into second. Demi-plie. Take it out with the arms and hold. Take a wing over. And again, lower, over. One last time. So we're going to start with our adage section, which is nice and steady, nice and slow, and in particular we're looking at our attitude and arabesque position. So we're looking at the positioning of the body, our alignment, our posture, and of course our technique. So if you've got a chair handy or something to lean on, just as an extra bit of support, that's fine. If you don't want to use a chair, you don't have to, but we may be holding positions for a fairly long time just while we're going through it, so you may want something just to help you balance a little bit there. So first of all, we're going to start off by going through those positions and being comfortable getting in and out of those 2 steps. So start facing your chairs, or you can face me if you're not using one. Feet in first position to start off with, and while we're here, we're just going to check that those hips and pelvis are tucked in nice and tight, so we're engaging those lower abdominals. We're not leaning forward, we're keeping the weight nice and centered through the feet. Okay, lifting up nice and high, trying to stretch out that spine, keeping everything nice and long all the way up to the back of the neck. Relax those shoulders down, try and keep it nice and open in the chest, okay? And just rest your hands and fingertips on your bars. So we're going to start by dégaging, so we're going to point our right foot behind us. So we're going to take it along the floor, okay? Now, when we're here, so while it's on the floor, we're going to just make sure that those hips are in the right position. So because we're facing our chairs, that is the direction our hips are pointing. We don't want to let that open hip swing back, okay, and have too much open here, because otherwise we start to twist in our opposite hip. So keeping everything nice and square, nice and open and turned out in that pointed leg. All right, so we're aiming to get the knee out to the side, okay, as much as we can in a natural turnout, but we're not going to try and twist it so much we start pulling the hips, okay? What we don't want to happen is just that knee and hip to drop forward, okay? Keep it open, keep it pulled up, keep it nice and stretched. Now we're going to lift that back leg off the floor slightly. We don't have to bring it up too high here. You can take a small tilt with the upper body just to help counterbalance. Our weight should be nice and centered over that supporting leg, not in the hands or your bars, just there for support. Tucking those tummy muscles in as well, so don't collapse in the lower back, all right, because you'll start to feel little niggles there. So keep everything nice and strong, nice and pulled in, and keeping the turnout in that lifted leg. So this is a very basic arabesque position, and you can come down, and let's try it on the other side. So pointing that foot away, check that alignment, check the turnout, and just take it off the floor slightly, little lean if you need to, and lower. Okay, so with our arabesque, you can take that leg as high as you want, but just don't let the technique start to falter as we lift a little bit higher up. All right, so it's up to you how much you lift. Try and keep lifted in the upper body as well, so get a really lovely long position, okay, with keeping that turnout as well. All right, now we're going to have a quick look at attitude. All right, so it's the same action. We're lifting the leg, we're keeping everything nice and square, but we need to bend at the knee, okay? So we're going to start from a dégagé again, from this pointed position, and we're going to lift the knee. Think about lifting it out to the side, out, okay? If we think about the knee going out, then this won't happen. So if you can see from the front, we don't want the knee to drop in, we want to keep it open here. Hips are still square, my weight's still over that supporting leg and foot, all right, and we've got this sort of rounding action with the leg. On the other side, let's have a little practice. Point, lift the knee, out. Okay, and lower. And again, make sure your hips are nice and square, and we don't need to lift very high here at all. So you don't have to get the leg up really, really big, okay, because then we can start to throw off that lovely posture. All right, think about lifting in the abdominals. So we're growing nice and tall through our upper body as well, okay, and there should be a little stretch here across where we're lifting. One thing with attitude, we have to make sure that the knee is higher than the foot, okay, so we don't want to lift up too much like this, okay, we want to keep it open, keep it nice and square, knee a little bit higher. All right, so the higher you can lift the knee, then you can lift the foot with it. but don't try and get the foot up there, because otherwise that was when we'll start to twist. Okay, so just have a little practice on both legs, your arabesque and your attitude. Too many words beginning with A. We're going to go into attitude first, and we're going to practice moving through to arabesque. So attitude, open, arabesque. So we go from bent position here, straight position. All right, so really working those glutes and those leg muscles, all right, on each side. So have a little practice for yourself, just moving through those positions. And if you want to, you can start to add your arms in. If you want to, I will go through them in our exercise, but just to have a little balance and practice without the bars is always good as well. So now I'm going to teach you a quick routine, putting all of that together. So if you need to, have another quick practice at your bars, and then we'll move on to our exercise. Okay, so our sequence now, we're going to present those positions to each direction. So we're going to be working on the corner and the diagonal, we're going to be working on fast, and we're going to be working on the other diagonal. So we're not working side to side, we're just keeping nice and open to our audience space. Okay, so we're going to start in ouvert, okay, which means open position. So we're going to start with our right foot behind, facing that left corner, okay. So if you have a look, your feet should be sort of open position with your legs as well, okay. If it was crossed, you can see my legs are in a crossed position. Okay, so your legs are open towards the audience. So we're going to work on that right foot first, and then we're going to reverse it back on the left side. So standing up nice and tall, just place your hands on your hips for now, then we can add the arms in later on. We're going to dégage that back foot away, just like you practiced at the bar. So point that foot away, keep it nice and turned out, and we're going to lift into attitude. So bent knee first, lift. Okay, keeping that balance, we're then going to open out into arabesque, close, and then as we close the feet, we're going to face en face, straight forwards. Yeah, so we haven't changed the feet, we've kept them where they are, we're just changing our direction. Same thing again, en face. Point, attitude, arabesque, and close. This time, we've got that crossed action with the feet because we haven't changed legs. Exactly the same thing again to the corner. Point, attitude, arabesque, and lower. Don't change direction this time. We're going to repeat on the other side, and we're just going to change our feet with a quick dégagé out to the side and close. So now we're in that open position on the other side, ready to repeat on the left. All right, so let's just walk that through. We go dégagé, attitude, arabesque, and close. Dégagé, attitude, arabesque, close. Dégagé, attitude, arabesque, close where we are. Little point to the side to close feet, ready to repeat from the beginning. All right, arms then. I find arms actually help, especially with your balance, okay? So, and it also helps with that alignment and posture because we're pulling up through the upper body, which really does help as well. So, arms bra bar, we take a little breath with the introduction, just getting ready for those arms to be in use. And then we dégage, take those arms to first. 1, take those arms up to 5th, keep it going. So we're nice and lifted here, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Keeping the arms where they are, lift that back leg into attitude, lift. Open out into arabesque, we're going to do the same with the arms, straight. All right, so our front arm, same arm as leg, opens out as we extend that leg. We lower, and then as we close, we just bring those arms down. Same arms, the whole way round with that right foot, and then it repeats on the other side with the with the left arm and leg. Okay, so let's try it with the music. It's nice and steady, nice and slow. We'll do it twice through each side. So we'll do it all on the right, all on the left, all on the right, all on the left, changing feet in between each section. All right, so let's have a go. Try and dance it as much as you can, even though we're focused on the technique. I think focusing on our lovely posture and our arms, it really does help that technique with it. So they kind of go hand in hand, as it were. So let's give it a go with some music and see how we get on. Right foot behind, take a little breath. Off we go. Dégagé, lift, 1, 2, open out, close, and again, 1, 2, lift, 2, open, 2, close, 2, lift, works. We just about made it to the end there before the music cut out, but hopefully you got into the rhythm of it and really were able to focus on that technique. I think sometimes slowing it down does make us balance a little bit more and work out what muscles we're really using to hold on to that balance and alignment throughout. Okay, you might find that attitude is a lot easier for you, or arabesque, or both, or you might find them both equally as challenging. So use your bars as much as you want. You can just take a little practice anytime and go through those positions. Check yourselves in the mirror, perhaps film yourselves doing it. If you need to send anything in for me to have a look at, then that is absolutely fine. I'm happy to look at that and give you any feedback from home, which hopefully will be nice and useful if you need it. So we're going to move on to our Allegro now. So we've got a nice short bit of footwork to have a look at. It's actually taken from our dance, so broken down a little bit more so that when you get to the dance section next week, it'll be nice and easy and you can just fly through it without any problems. All right, so we're going to have a look at those jetés and assemblés sections. So for this next one, I know you can't see my face, but I thought it'd be nice and useful for you to actually see my feet and what we're doing on the floor close up, and then I'll obviously put my full body on view to take you through the sequence. So we're going to start off by looking at some jetés, okay? So we're going to start with the right foot crossed behind, either in fifth or in third, whatever is easier for you in your natural turnout. Okay, now the back foot is going to sweep out to the side. All right, so this right foot is going to sweep out at the side. Okay, nice pointed foot on the end. So we're going to sweep. All right, we're going to do a little spring onto this foot, lifting the left foot at the back. Okay, and then we've got the left foot behind, ready to repeat. And out. So we do a little sweep, spring, sweep, spring, sweep, spring. And each time at the back, we're just bringing the foot to the ankle. Nice and turned out, so we're still trying to get those knees pointed out to the side. So those are our jetés. We're not travelling them side to side, so we're not going side and side. We're keeping them in the centre. And 1 and 2. So the leg that sweeps out to the side comes back in to spring onto it. Back in front of us. Out, spring onto it in front. Out, spring. Okay, now these don't have to be huge springs, they can just be a small transfer of weight either side. Okay, next we're going to have a look at our assemble. So it's the same sort of action, but this time we're landing with both feet together. Okay, so we'll try one on the right foot. So we're going to start the same way as our jeté. This time, as we sweep out, we're going to jump up nice and big. And then instead of landing on one foot, we're landing with those feet down. Okay, and on the left, sweep it out. All right, so it's all one quicker action to bring everything together. And together. And together. Same sort of action, we're going out to the side, bringing it back into fifth position in the centre. We're not travelling side to side. All right, so let's try putting those together and see if you can notice the difference between those jetés and assemblés. So we'll go jeté 1, jeté 2, assemblé. Now we've got the left foot behind to repeat. And 1, 2, together. Okay, so now I'm going to put that into a whole sequence for you and we'll have a little practice all together. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same as we've just practiced. Jeté, jeté, assemblé, little pause. Jeté, jeté, assemblé, little pause. Let's do that to start off with. And right, left, assemblé, pause. Left, right, assemblé, pause. Now I realise my feet have gone out of camera, so I'm just going to take a little shuffle back so you can see left foot in front. Alright, so we do that sequence twice, finishing left foot in front again. We're going to take 3 changements, which is essentially 3 jumps, changing feet. So all we're doing is swapping the front foot and the back feet over. And 1 and 2 and 3. Alright, make sure you don't land on your own toes, so preciseness is key. Alright, so just making sure you don't land on your own feet, because that won't be very pleasant. 3 little changements, then we're going to releve up, suck those feet in, nice and tall, keep everything nice and strong and underneath you, and because we will have travelled forwards, we're just going to use this little karoo, steps on demi-point, to bring us back down, and now we've got the left foot behind, ready to repeat that whole sequence. So let's give it a go on the left. We go jeté, jeté, assemblé, pause. Jeté, jeté, assemblé, pause. Changement, and 2 and 3, up, karoo, 6, 7, 8. Now it is quite quick, so that we can practice getting those feet nice and nippy, all right, and nice and precise as well. Okay, it's all about the clarity with Allegro. Lots of things happening in quite a short space of time. So if you need to, feel free to run through that section again a little bit quicker, perhaps pick up the pace each time, and then you can practice with the music to full speed. Okay, so the music that I've chosen for this one is nice and jazzy. It's from an American in Paris, and it's got a little bit of a beat to it. It's not really fast, okay, it's very manageable with the pace. So let's see how we got on. We're going to do it 8 times, which might seem very daunting, so feel free to take a little break in between if you need to. Maybe do right, left, little pause for the next couple, and then join in again. So it's completely up to you. I'll leave the music flowing. At the end there's a nice flourishing outro with the music, so we'll just repeat that final section after we've done it 8 times. So for example, this will be the 8th time going through the sequence with that left leg starting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, changement, 1, 2, 3, releve. Slow down this karoo. Okay, then while we're here, we're going to repeat the same thing. 1, 2, 3, lift. This time we're going to take that karoo all the way around, taking it down. We'll step it through and we'll open it out. And we can always take a little curtsy to finish. Alright, so feel free to ad-lib a little bit at the end there as well. Just go with the music. It's nice and long outro, so it's just nice to finish off the song really. So let's have a little go from the top. There we go everybody, I hope that you enjoyed that. Well done to everybody that made it through the whole song without stopping. If you did need to take a little break, that is absolutely fine. It's a very energetic piece, so don't worry. You can go back throughout any of that and repeat it and see if you can get all the way through without stopping. Is a real good test of stamina. Ballet isn't just about the lovely poise and control, it is about your fitness levels as well. So things like that, all that Allegro stuff is really good for improving your stamina and fitness. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed today's session and got a lot out of the technique side of things. Feel free to, as I said, send me anything, or if you've got any questions then please let me know. I'm always happy to oblige. Next week we are going to be working a bit more on our dance, so we might be taking a few of the things that we've learnt today to fit it in there so you already know the basic technique for it all. Let's do a nice cool down, work out those muscles and enjoy a lovely stretch. Okay, take a nice breath in, reach up and take it down. releasing the front again, bring those feet in and just float one leg up, grab the knee, give those toes a little circle, let the ankles go. And then grab that back foot, knees in, foot pushing away from the hand, a little resistance. And float it down. And the leg floating up. Grab the knee, little circle. I hope you enjoyed that. As I said, next week we're going to be looking at our dance, to how far we'll go. If you need to have another recap before then check out the other videos. They're on Facebook and on the YouTube channel, with a little breakdown of the dance already, so you can see it all there. I look forward to seeing you all again next time. I hope you're all keeping very, very well. Thank you to everybody that has supported the classes so far with donations. If you would like to contribute, again, I will leave the link below the video, and anything you can spare is very, very much appreciated. Thank you very much, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.